Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today I didn't hack into Spartan's account. We do have a game from Spartan Elite43. We're kind of doing a little bit of a footage swap today. So I have one of his games. I'm commentating over one of his games, a beautiful Kraken in the Yamato. And on the flip side, on his channel, he is commentating over one of my games, a Trento, also a Kraken game. So Kraken for Kraken. If you guys want to see two Krakens, make sure you check out both this video and his video as well. If you haven't visited his channel, I'll go ahead and leave a link to his channel down in the description below. Make sure you go over, check him out. He has some awesome videos of this, but also some non-World of Warships games. So if you want to see some things like Pokemon, he has some videos of that up there. Make sure to check out all of his videos. First off, takes a big ol' hit, one shell to probably the Citadel right there, given how little of that health can be taken back. And of course, it is time to angle out, try to get away. We are still spotted. We did spawn center, which means you are fairly well and easily spotted just because you have one of the largest detection radiuses in the game and you don't have much cover. Hit the island, thankfully drop spot there, and now it's going to be time to try to pick out those shots, pick out your first target. And it's time just to go shopping, really. See who we want to hit, if we can hit any broadsides. Alaska looking like a juicy pick, but maybe not quite yet. Odin and then another enemy Yamato. Basically, these are the three ships we're going to have to see Spartan deal with. Once you spawn center, it's very much choosing a side on this map because you don't really want to go into the middle because you are in open water. Alaska is going to be the target of choice for this first salvo. It lets go, and Spartan begins to move his way around the convex portion of this sea point. And this section does provide a lot of cover and an interesting way to play just because it is a concave kind of set of islands, meaning you do have fantastic protection and the angles of fire are very limited when it comes to fire coming in from the sea point, but you can easily get some good lanes of fire over on the A point if you have the range to reach out and touch people. And let me tell you, when you're in the Yamato, you have the range to reach out and touch people. So I'm hoping we see Spartan kind of utilize that here, because generally what you'll see is ships that are very concerned with other ships coming in from the A point and kind of head on, but they refuse, or they just don't think about the crossfires that are available to ships that are playing the C point. And that's something you kind of need to keep in mind, is what way you are playing this map and at what point you could be taking potential damage. Spartan smelling some blood on that Massachusetts, kind of hanging on there, trying to see if he can get a shot out, because it is very clearly one salvo away. Same thing with this Alaska here. He's looking for the kill. I mean, this is a Kraken game overall, so we want to see these kills to get that Kraken. Alaska, broadside right there. Wait just long enough to get the nose guns around the corner. Let the full salvos fly. And Alaska's last little bit of health is gone. Just a little over 6,000, meaning bring our total up to 18,000 damage so far for the game. And it is now time to go ahead, play the objective, play into C. Enemy team does have A, and we do have a 2-ship advantage at this point. So it is now our turn to try to go ahead and whittle them down. C is still up for grabs, and we have an enemy Yamato and an enemy Jotun on this side that we are going to have to deal with. So let's go ahead, see what Spartan does here. Yamato going to be the first target we see, so probably going to be the first one we show you that. Hits, goes for the back portion of the Yamato, just because we know that if we go long, we're going to get into that superstructure. Do a decent hit there, just under 13,000, bringing our damage total up to 31. Odin out in open water, and now it's time to kind of pick if Odin's going to keep on sailing broadside. Probably going to go ahead and shoot him, but it's looking like Odin is turning in, so we may just go for that Yamato again. Odin, yep, holding kind of strong here. Let's see if Spartan goes. Yep, he's going to go ahead and test the armor of the Odin, see if it's effectively angled against us, and we get significantly less. So now we've kind of done some A/B testing on close range Odin versus longer range Yamato, and as we can see, going for the longer range Yamato is going to be the more fruitful play as we wait for the shells to reload. So Yamato is the time. He goes ahead and takes a couple of torpedoes. That's what we like to see. Down well below half health. Launches our 2 front guns at the Yamato, and Odin continues to push in. Good old Citadel right there, up to 55k. That's what we like to see. And enemy Yamato is now fully spooked, and I would be too, because he's somewhat decently angled, just doesn't have the armor to stand up to a ship of his own caliber. He's going to go ahead and run, and at this point, it is now open season on him. He's full broadside, and whenever you're full broadside in a battleship, you know you're going to be trouble. Finishes him off right there, up to 70k, and Odin is now pushing in. Big threat here, just because Odin does have the torpedo launcher, so we are going to have to be a little careful here. Spartan throwing it into full reverse on the Yamato. We are finally fully stopped on it, and we are going to see what we can do. And it's going to be a waiting game right here, because we know the Odin can kind of bounce the shells at a somewhat decent point. We saw it earlier, so it's all about waiting for the best shot until that bow armor matches, and we get a decent salvo off of that initial one. Thankfully, our teammates start to open fire, and Odin takes a hit right up here. There we go. He takes a decent hit. He's down to just under a quarter health. Rear gun finds his Citadel, and that is one Odin dealt with no torpedoes launched. That could have spelled some danger for Spartan right there, but thankfully no torpedoes launched, and we are capturing C, and it is now down to 2 ships. Spartan has 2 ships to kill in order to get the Kraken, so let's see how he does this. We know one is the brand new campaign ship, the Siegfried. Very fun ship to play. Both of us, I'm sure, have a review of that ship on our channels. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't seen it yet. It is, of course, the campaign ship. I really enjoyed it. It's a fun ship just to play. Not the best ship overall, but a fun ship to play. Anyways, friendly destroyer goes ahead, launches those torps, kind of more zoning torps because they are very much in the direction that he's already traveling. Spartan, unfortunately, runs aground on those underwater rocks, those damn underwater rocks. Anyway, Siegfried sailing kind of full speed ahead, and he's kind of turned out, which means his armor is going to be a little bit effective, but not fully. Anyway, Spartan lets go his shells, and they go ahead, hit home. That's one Siegfried down, and one final ship to go. It is going to be a destroyer. So we all know what you want to do when there's only a destroyer left, and that's going to be switch on over to HE. Let's see if Spartan does that, because I'm sure he'll notice there's no really point in just shooting AP on something you are absolutely guaranteed to overpen, especially when you have the Yamato. Anyways, this destroyer player does seem to know what he's doing, as he hasn't been previously spotted in this game. So it's going to come down to our ships hunting him down. Most likely someone on our team does either have Twist and Track or Ingenious. Anyways, he pops up there. First time he is spotted on the map. Let's see what ship he is. We know he's a destroyer. Akazuki. Okay. And we're going to go ahead, watch Spartan fire away. He still has that AP loaded. And at this point, I'm going to assume he will switch over to HE just because that's smart to play. Unfortunately, none of those shells hit. You know, long range destroyer, you would expect that. Decent grouping overall from Yamato, but just not what we are looking for. Akazuki already pretty much down to half health, so it's not going to take much to take it out. It only really has 15 to 20,000 HP in its total pool, so not exactly a tank of a ship out there, especially when playing with tier 7, tier 8s. Spartan, let's go the last bit of shells. If these don't hit, it won't win, and boom, Kraken unleashed. And that's just what we like to see. Kraken from Good Old Spartan. Guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also go ahead and make sure you check out Spartan Elite over on his channel. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.